Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe so that you can always stay notified on any new video I drop. Thank you very much. So let's get started. Today we're going to focus our attention on the speaking test in your IELTS, whether UKVI or IELTS. So let's see what the British Council say about how you can get prepared so that you can get a good score in your exam day. There is just one version of the IELTS speaking test for both IELTS academic and IELTS general training, as the speaking questions and topics are the same for both tests. You can be sure that the practical material provided here is suitable for you, whichever version of the IELTS test you are taking. So that explains it all. So what will you expect in your exam day or your test day? Let's scroll down a bit. Okay, you can see the one I highlight there from the British Council website. It says, in the IELTS speaking test, you will have a discussion with a certified examiner lasting between 11 and 14 minutes. This will be interactive and as close to a real-life discussion as possible. So this test will be three parts. In part 1, you will answer questions about yourselves and your family. In part 2, you will speak about a given topic, which will be introduced by the examiner on the day. In part 3, you will have a longer discussion with the examiner about the topic introduced in part 2. So it's all about everyday discussion, your hobbies, things you know about others that they will ask you about. So don't cram something that you will go there to say, because they might not ask you exactly what you prepare. So just be natural, just prepare well, be fluent, pronounce your words very well. Then you'll be able to get a good score. So let's go down to see how you can practice according to the British Council, because they are the ones that will set the question for you. So this practice material is designed for two people working together. So you need to find a study partner to help you. This might be a teacher or a friend. You should take all three parts of the test one after the other without a break to make sure that your practice session is as realistic as possible. Remember to speak clearly and accurately. It is important to say as much as you can without rushing and to be spontaneous. Do not prepare answers in advance, as you will not have this option when it comes to the real life IELTS speaking test. The more natural and authentic you can be, the better the test is likely to go. So that's what we're saying. You prepare very well, but don't cram something in your head. Make sure you are natural and make sure you have somebody that you can practice with. But if you don't have somebody to practice with, you can always use your phone to record yourself and hear yourself, ask yourself questions and answer it to see whether you are natural enough to pass the test. All right, let's see what you can do next in the practice part of it. It's a good idea to record yourself, e.g., via your smartphone or laptop, so that you can go back and check your performance. If you can't record yourself, ask your study partner if they can do so. There are two practice tests below. Each test includes questions for your study partner to ask you, as well as a sample topic for you to discuss. If you need more guidance, you can listen to real-life audio recordings of a candidate taking the test. So also, you can also listen to news, FM, and so on. Just be natural. Avoid saying too much and and. Just be natural as possible and try not to be repeating one word over and over again. Just answer the question. If they ask you a question, don't just say yes or no. Give an example of why you say that is your answer. Just try to be free and fluent as much as possible. Watch your vocabularies. Always watch out for your pronunciations as well. Check if your spellings are alright. Remember to always smile and keep an eye gauge with the examiner. So how to review your speaking test? Listen to your own recordings if possible and review your performance with your study partner. You may want to discuss the following. Think about how you spoke. Were you fluent? Did your speech sound natural? Were you able to express yourself clearly? Did anything prevent you from doing your best? Is there anything you might approach differently next time? So these are things to consider. What about how you can see the samples? IELTS speaking test samples. If you wish to hear samples of the speaking test, you can listen to the recording and read the audio transcripts for each part of the test. These are designed to give you an understanding of the format of the test, and they do not represent model answers, so you should not try to imitate them. So this is what we are saying. For you to get a good score, make sure you do not say things the way you have already prepared them in your head. Make sure that when you get there, just try to be natural so that you can say it in your own words, because what you prepare might not be what will come out in the exam day. But when you have the scope and the method of how the questions will come and how you answer, you can always know how to maneuver what you want to say, even though it's not exactly the way you prepared it in your test. So one thing is to get an idea, and this is how you can get an idea. Remember, let's recap. Make sure you always look at the news and listen to fluent speakers, radio stations, and always learn to record yourself and see whether you are doing well in the way you speak, whether you're natural, whether you are fluent, whether you pronounce word very well, whether your vocabularies are all right. And remember, when they ask you a question, do not just say yes and no. Do you like this musician? You said yes. You should say why you like the musician or why you don't like the musician. Just try to express yourself. They want to see how well you are good in English. That is the reason for the exam. Just to know how well you can speak English. Because when they employ you in the UK, you will need to speak English to your employer. So if you can't speak English well to them, if you can't communicate well to them, if you can't interact or express yourself very well, or explain something in detail, it will be difficult for you to succeed in your workplace or in the school you're going to, or to live everyday life. So that's why you're being tested. So just learn to know how to prepare yourself. Always learn how to speak good English in everyday life so that you will be familiar with yourself in speaking. I wish you well, and please don't forget to subscribe so that you can always get the best news and updates about how you can enjoy your stay and preparation to come to the UK or in the UK. Watch out for the next video on how you can improve your stay here or how you can prepare yourself to come to the UK. See you next time. Thanks for watching.